child, I need just 1 minute of your time, only one. Please do not move past this moment. I am not asking for much, and I am not asking without reason. I have been waiting for you to turn toward me, not with polished prayers, not with perfectly arranged words, but simply with your attention. Tonight is not an ordinary night. Something has been building beneath the surface of your life. Something has been pressing on your heart. And what I need to say to you right now will change everything if you will only listen, not tomorrow, not when things settle down. Now, my child, do not let this pass by. I know how fast your mind moves. I know how easily you tell yourself you will return to something when you are less tired, when you feel more prepared, when the noise around you finally quiets. But hear me clearly right now. Silence is no longer safe for your heart. You have reached a place where pressing forward without listening will cost you far more than pausing ever could. I am speaking in this moment because this moment cannot be delayed any longer. I know you are tired. I know your mind is full. I know there are responsibilities pressing on you and quiet worries you carry without sharing them with anyone. I know you may feel stretched to the very edges of what you can hold. That is exactly why I am asking for just 1 minute. Not to add to your weight, but to meet you inside it. Not to demand effort from you, but to hand you direction. Not to overwhelm you further, but to steady what has been shaking. This minute is not about the length of time. It is about where your heart is pointing. My beloved child, I am not asking for hours from you. I am asking for 1 minute. Because what I am about to place into your spirit is an answer you have been reaching for, without even having the words to ask it properly. You have brought me questions in the quiet. You have looked for signs that something real was still happening. You have wondered whether I was still listening, still close, still actively involved in your life. You may never have said it out loud to anyone, but your heart has been speaking it continuously. I have heard every word of it. I have been patient, not because I was keeping my distance, but because I was being careful. I did not want to speak before your heart was in a place to receive without fear. I did not want to rush something into you before you could hold it with peace. But now, the waiting has finished what it needed to do. The questions you carry have deepened you. The weariness you feel has softened something inside you that needed softening, and this moment has not arrived by accident. It was designed. You may feel a tension inside you right now, a pull toward staying, and a pull toward moving on to the next thing. That tension is not uncertainty, it is recognition. The deeper part of you knows this is meant for you, even if your mind is working to resist it. The enemy does not always come with obvious opposition. Sometimes he simply keeps you too busy to listen, too distracted to receive, too numb to feel. That is why this particular moment matters so much. My child, I am not speaking to you because you have done something wrong. I am speaking because you matter to me. I am not reaching toward you out of frustration. I am reaching from love. There are things ahead of you that require clarity, and clarity does not arrive in the middle of noise. There are decisions forming in your life that will shape your peace for a long time. And peace begins with alignment. I do not want you walking forward carrying confusion, when I am ready and waiting to give you direction. You may think that 1 minute cannot carry enough weight to make a real difference, but you are forgetting who is asking. 1 minute of your heart genuinely turning toward me shifts the atmosphere around you. 1 minute of your thoughts quieting long enough to receive something real allows your spirit to breathe again. You do not need to solve anything in this minute. You do not need to make decisions or form any commitments. You only need to stop moving long enough to let me speak. I see how you have been holding everything together. I see how you keep going, even when you are not certain of the next step. I see how you tell yourself you are managing, while something deeper in you knows that managing is not the same as being whole. You have been strong, but strength without rest does not stay strength for long. Faith without being reminded that it is grounded in something real becomes fragile over time. That is why I am asking you to stay, just for this moment. You are not being asked to perform anything. You are simply being invited to be present. My beloved child, this is not about earning anything from me. You do not need to prove the depth of your devotion. You do not need to arrive at this moment with anything in particular to show me. You only need to be here. I already know your heart. I already know your fears. I already know every question you have been carrying. What I want right now is to remind you that you are not alone in any of it. Tonight is different from other nights because something has shifted. The season you have been walking through is reaching its end, and the next one cannot begin inside confusion. I am preparing you to step forward with peace rather than panic, with trust rather than doubt. But preparation starts here, in this moment of listening, before anything on the outside has changed. You may have felt like I went quiet for a while. You may have wondered if you had been waiting too long. You may have questioned whether what you heard from me in the past was real. I am here now to tell you clearly, I have not changed my mind about you. I have not lost track of your prayers. I have not lost the sight of your life. I have been guiding every step, even the ones where you could not see where the path was going. Stay with me. Do not rush away from this. Let your breathing slow. Let your thoughts settle. You do not need to have things figured out in order to receive something real. You do not need to arrive calm in order to be given peace. You do not need to feel confident to be guided forward. You only need to be willing, my child. This minute is a gift being offered to you, not a pressure being placed on you. It is an invitation into clarity, not a warning of consequence. I am not here to generate fear through urgency. I am here to focus your heart with love. What I am about to speak into your life will not complicate things for you. It will bring steadiness. It will not add to your load. It will lift what you have been carrying. It will not rush you forward carelessly. It will bring alignment. You have been asking for an answer. You have been quietly hoping for confirmation that you are still on course. You have been longing for peace that does not evaporate after an hour. That is why I am here now. That is why I am asking for this 1 minute. Your answer is not somewhere out of reach. It is not being withheld from you. It is not reserved for someone who has done better or struggled less. It is here, waiting for you to grow still enough to receive it. Stay with me, my beloved child. Give me this moment. What I have to say to you will not make your life suddenly perfect, but it will mean that you no longer walk forward, questioning whether I am present or whether I am guiding you. I am here. I am speaking. And I want you to hear me. My beloved child, I am asking for only 1 minute because I can see how full your life has become. I see how little room there is left inside you. I see how every single day pulls at you from multiple directions. How your mind is crowded with plans and responsibilities and questions that do not seem to have a closing point. I am not unaware of your exhaustion. I am not blind to how much is competing for your attention. I am not distant from the emotional weight you have been carrying. That is precisely why I am not asking for hours. I am asking for intentional attention, not prolonged effort. 1 minute of honest surrender is enough when it is genuinely offered. You have been living in a sustained state of giving your time, your energy, your emotional capacity, your strength. Even when your body slows down at the end of the day, your mind keeps turning. Even when you attempt to rest, your heart keeps holding tomorrow. You tell yourself that you will pause eventually, that you will listen more carefully once things settle. But things rarely settle the way you are waiting for. And I know this. That is precisely why I am not asking for what you do not have. I am asking for what you already possess, but rarely protect. Your honest attention. This minute is not about duration. It is about direction. 1 minute turned genuinely toward me can do more than extended hours spent distracted. 1 moment of true stillness can unlock what weeks of effort cannot force open. You have been trying to think your way through things, move faster, push harder. But transformation does not originate from effort alone. It begins with surrender, and surrender does not require much time. It requires willingness. My child, you are tired because you have been carrying too much on your own for too long. You have been strong for so many consecutive seasons that you have nearly forgotten what it feels like to rest without feeling guilty about it. You have learned to function under pressure, but pressure was never designed to be your permanent residence. I see how your heart has grown more guarded over time, not because you stopped caring, but because caring deeply while running on empty is genuinely painful. I am asking for 1 minute because I want to reach you before weariness convinces you that being numb is a safer option than having hope. I am not asking for this minute because I am far from you. I am asking because I am near. I am not requesting your attention to test your commitment to me. I am inviting your attention in order to restore something in you that has been depleted. This does not come from pressure. It comes from love. Pressure demands things. Love invites. Pressure overwhelms. Love meets you where you are standing. I understand where you are. I understand what you are holding. I understand how narrow the margin feels right now. And I am meeting you inside all of that. My beloved child, there is power in a single surrendered moment. I have brought peace in the space of a single breath. I have restored hope in the pause that falls between one tear and the next. You do not need to prepare yourself before coming to me. You do not need to gather some minimum level of strength first. You do not need to clean up whatever is happening emotionally before I am willing to receive you. I am not waiting for you to become calm. I am waiting for you to become present. This minute is not randomly timed. It did not arrive because you happened to be searching in exactly the right way. It arrived because I know when your heart is positioned to receive without retreating. I know when you have reached the edge of what you can carry on your own. I know when words spoken at an earlier moment would have felt like weight instead of comfort. I waited for this moment because this moment is the one that can hold what I want to give you. You have been living with a low and steady hum of tension inside you, not always loud enough to name, but always present enough to feel. It shows up when everything goes quiet around you. It surfaces when you are alone with your own thoughts. It arrives when you ask yourself the questions you avoid during the busy parts of the day. That tension is not a flaw in you. It is a signal. It is your spirit indicating that it needs alignment, not simply more effort. That is why I am asking for this 1 minute. Because alignment begins the moment you stop trying to carry everything by your own strength alone. I am not asking you to overhaul your life in this minute. I am not asking you to commit to something you cannot sustain. I am not asking you to give me more than you genuinely have to offer right now. I am asking you to let me meet you exactly where you are standing. 1 minute of honest listening is sufficient to begin healing what has been strained. 1 minute of genuine attention is enough to remind your soul that it is not navigating any of this alone. You have been afraid that slowing down will make things worse, afraid that if you stop moving, all the weight you have been holding at arm's length will rush in at once. But my child, slowing down with me is nothing like stopping alone. I do not allow the weight to crush you when you bring it to me. I carry it alongside you. And often, I lift it completely. You have been surviving by staying in constant motion. I am inviting you to truly live by learning to be present. This invitation comes from love, because love can see what exhaustion has made it difficult for you to see. Love sees the hidden cost of sustained depletion. Love sees the quiet ways you are disappearing on the inside, while you continue showing up on the outside. Love does not wait until something breaks before it moves. Love intervenes gently before that point. That is what I am doing in this moment. I am not interrupting your life to demand something from you. I am interrupting to care for you. You may feel as though you are not worthy of this much attention. You may think you should be further along by now, more consistent, more steady in your faith. But I do not measure you by the same scale you use to measure yourself. I see your heart. I see what you have been genuinely trying to do. Even in your most depleted moments, I am not disappointed in you. I am concerned for you. And concern rooted in love does not stay quiet. It acts, it reaches, it shows up. This minute is sacred, not because of how long it lasts, but because of what it is a doorway into. It is a pause where truth can settle in without being rushed back out. It is a moment where I can remind you who you actually are and who you belong to. It is a space where fear begins to lose the grip it has had on you, and where something that feels like peace starts to arrive. You have been carrying questions you cannot answer on your own, and fears you have never put into words for anyone. You have held them tightly, hoping that time would eventually dissolve them. But some things are not resolved by time. They are healed by presence. And presence begins when you become still enough to receive it. That is why this 1 minute matters. I am not here to take anything more from you. I am here to give. I am not asking for your strength. I am offering mine. I am not asking for your certainty. I am offering clarity. I am not asking for your perfection. I am offering peace. And all of that can begin in 1 surrendered minute. So stay with me right now. Release the urgency just for this moment. Let your shoulders come down. Let your breath slow. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved. This minute is not small. It is the beginning of something gentle and real. And I am here with you, completely present, not to press you, but to restore you. Oh, my beloved child, I have been waiting for you to answer me. And I want you to understand what that really means when I say it. I am not speaking of a polished response or a confident declaration. I am not speaking of words formed carefully or prayers spoken with everything in the right order. I am speaking of your heart, turning toward me, even slightly, even uncertainly, even in a moment of weakness. I have been waiting for exactly that, and I have waited without frustration. There have been many moments when I reached toward you quietly, not with force, not with anything dramatic, but with whispers designed to reach you gently right where you were. I spoke through quiet thoughts that arrived when you were not expecting them. I spoke through moments of sudden stillness that felt uncomfortable because you were not accustomed to the quiet. I spoke through the questions that surfaced inside you, calling you to look more carefully, to pause longer, to listen more deeply. I nudged you in small ways, hoping you would notice, hoping you would stop and let your attention settle toward me. You did not dismiss those moments because you did not care. Your silence was never rejection. It was fear. It was confusion. It was an exhaustion so deep that even the act of listening felt like one more thing being asked of you. You were carrying more than you should have been carrying alone. And when you are that depleted, even love can feel like it is coming from too far away. I know this. I have always known this. That is why I did not walk away when you did not respond. I stayed. There were moments when you felt a sudden pull to pray, but let it pass because you did not know what to say. Moments when you felt drawn toward stillness, but told yourself you did not have time for it. Moments when you sensed something real nearby, but second-guessed yourself and moved on. I was present in all of those moments. I did not turn away when you hesitated. I did not withdraw when doubt surfaced. I understood that your silence was not stubbornness. It was a heart that was simply too tired. My child, I have watched you wrestle with your own thoughts. I have seen how confusion made you question whether you were actually hearing me or simply hearing yourself. I have seen how fear made you hesitate, afraid of what responding might ask of you. None of that drove me further from you. All of it drew me closer. I waited because love waits. Love does not put pressure on a heart that is already at its limit. Love does not demand a response from someone who is running on empty. Love understands timing in ways that are patient and precise. I knew that if I came with intensity too soon, you would feel pressed rather than comforted. I knew that if I demanded something before you were ready to give it, you would pull further back rather than open up. So I waited, not passively, attentively, with full awareness of every moment of that silence. Heaven has been paying attention to you through all of it. Your name has not slipped from anyone's awareness. Your life has not gone untracked. Your silence did not go unnoticed and was not misread. Every question you carried without speaking it. Every attempt you made to stay strong while feeling the opposite. Every quiet longing for clarity that you couldn't bring yourself to voice. All of it was seen. Heaven has been waiting, not with impatience, but with expectation, knowing that the moment your heart turned toward me, things could begin to shift. There were times when you were afraid you had missed your window, that you had taken too long, that you should have responded sooner. And now the moment had passed. My child, hear me clearly on this. You didn't miss me. I do not function on the kind of rigid deadlines your fear tells you I do. I am not quick to withdraw because of silence. I am not easily hurt by hesitation. My faithfulness doesn't run out. I have seen you wrestle with the fear of letting me down. That fear caused you to pull back at times, convincing you that you needed to have things sorted out before you could come to me. But I never asked you for answers. I asked for honesty. I never asked for certainty. I asked for presence. Your fear said stay quiet until you are ready. My love has been saying continuously, it is already safe to respond. What I want from you has never been about control. It has always been about connection. I do not call you because I need something from you. I call you because I want to walk with you, to be near you, to carry what is too heavy for you, to hold on your own. When you did not answer, I did not turn away from you. I leaned in closer, waiting for the moment you would feel safe enough to let your guard down. You may not fully realize how many times I was protecting you during the silence, how many things I held at bay, how many decisions I quietly slowed down around you, how many moments I covered with a grace you never saw working. I did not leave you to navigate your confusion alone. I stayed inside it with you, quietly present, guarding you until you were ready to hear without fear, closing everything off. My child, heaven's waiting has never been empty waiting. It has been filled with genuine care. It has been filled with patience that doesn't grow thin. It has been filled with hope. Not hope that you would perform better, but hope that you would eventually rest long enough to truly listen. And now you are here. Now you are listening. That alone tells me your heart has not grown hard. It has been tired, but it has remained open. I want you to understand something deeply. Your silence did not push you outside of my plans for you. It did not erase what I prepared. It did not reduce my love by any measure. I have been waiting not because I was unable to act, but because I wanted your heart genuinely involved in what I am doing, not dragged forward by pressure. I wanted your response to come from a place of real trust, not performance driven by fear. There is something that feels like celebration right now. Not because you have finally said the right words, but because you chose to listen, because you paused, because your attention turned toward me. That is all I have ever truly wanted from you. Not perfection, not constant awareness, just a willing heart. My beloved child, I am not carrying any frustration about how long it took. I am moved by the fact that you are here now. I am not holding any of the silence against you. I am receiving your attention with tenderness. I am not disappointed by the waiting. I am ready to speak now that you are listening. I have waited for you the way a father waits, not as someone holding a correction for you, but as someone whose arms have been open the entire time. I have waited with a patience that does not expire. I have waited with a love that does not weaken with time. And now that you are here, now that your heart is open, I am ready to continue with you, together, gently, without fear. My beloved child, I hear the quiet cry of your heart that no one else around you hears. I hear it because it rises from somewhere deeper than words can reach, deeper than organized thought, deeper than what you allow to be visible to anyone. Others see your capability. They see your composure. They see your ability to keep showing up. But I see what exists beneath all of that. I see the ache that is waiting for you when the noise of the day finally fades. I see the questions that return when you lie down at night and the world goes still around you. I see the tears you wipe away quickly before anyone notices. And I want you to know with certainty, not one of those cries has ever gone unheard. There are nights when your body is completely exhausted, yet your mind refuses to release you into rest. You replay conversations. You revisit decisions. You return to moments you wish you could go back and handle differently. You lie awake, carrying questions without answers, and sometimes without even knowing who could possibly answer them. In those moments, when you are alone with your own thoughts in the dark, I am there with you, closer than the silence surrounding you, nearer than the breath you release when the weight feels like too much to hold. You have prayed prayers that never fully formed into words. You have started sentences in your heart and then stopped, unsure how to finish them, or whether finishing them was even safe. You have wanted to ask me why, but been afraid of what sitting with that question might bring up in you. You have wanted to ask me when, but felt too exhausted from waiting to let yourself hope again. You have wanted to ask me if, but the possibility of hoping and then not receiving felt like more than you could survive again. Those unfinished prayers did not stop somewhere short of me. They arrived whole, because I hear what the heart is saying, even when the mouth stays closed. Loneliness has visited you in ways that are difficult to explain to anyone. Not always because you were physically alone, but because you felt invisible, even when surrounded. You have been inside full rooms and felt entirely separated from everything in them. You have smiled while feeling far away on the inside. You have listened carefully to others while quietly wondering whether anyone would ever listen to you with that same care. My child, that loneliness was not evidence that you were forgotten. It was evidence that your heart was longing for a depth that the world around you simply could not provide. I know there were moments when you questioned your own significance, when you wondered whether your presence genuinely mattered, whether your absence would even register with anyone. Those thoughts settled into you quietly and made you doubt yourself in ways you never shared with anyone. But hear me now. Your value was never something to be calculated by how many people truly see you or understand what you carry. Your value was established the moment I formed you. You are known completely by me, and that knowing is filled with love that does not fluctuate. You have struggled internally in ways that felt too tangled to explain even to yourself. Hope would rise, and fear would follow immediately behind it. Faith would grow, and then doubt would whisper something. That made the whole thing feel unstable again. You tried to make sense of the back and forth, but it left you feeling confused and more tired than before. You wondered why certainty seemed to come easily to others, while you wrestled so consistently. My child, that wrestling is not evidence of weakness. It is evidence of sincerity. Hearts that care deeply feel deeply. The two things come together. I saw you on the nights when tears arrived without warning. Tears you had not planned for. Tears that surprised you with how much force they carried. You told yourself you were just tired, but something beneath the surface was releasing what it could no longer contain. Those tears were not failure. They were your heart being honest with itself, and every single one was noticed. Every one was received. Not one of them fell without meaning. You have carried prayers without visible answers for longer than you anticipated. You began with genuine hope and real expectation. Then, you continued with persistence. And then there were seasons when you stopped praying about certain things altogether. Not because you stopped believing, but because it hurt too much to keep bringing the same thing before me and walking away without a clear answer. You wondered whether silence from me meant the answer was no. You wondered whether the continued waiting meant you were somehow unwanted. You wondered whether you had been doing something wrong all along. My beloved child, unanswered in the way you expected does not mean ignored. Waiting does not mean unwanted. My silence in one form does not mean my absence in all forms. I have been with you inside every internal struggle you have hidden so carefully. The struggle to remain hopeful when disappointment keeps returning. The struggle to trust when clarity stays just out of reach. The struggle to believe that something genuinely good is still unfolding when you cannot see any evidence of it yet. You have fought battles inside your own mind that no one witnessed. You have endured moments that never made it into any story you tell. But I have been present for every single one of them. And I am proud of the endurance you chose, even when you did not feel strong enough to call it that. There were times when you felt ashamed of your own pain, as if you should have been past it by a certain point. You told yourself to be grateful, to be stronger, to be further along than you were. You compared what you were feeling to what others seemed to be managing, and wondered why your heart felt so much heavier. But my child, pain is not dissolved by comparison. Healing is not accelerated by shame. I do not look at your struggle with disappointment. I look at it with a deep and steady compassion. Your heart has been reaching out for reassurance, not always for explanations. You wanted to know you were not alone in this. You wanted to know you were still being seen. You wanted to know that the story was not finished. Even when you could not put those desires into clear language, they rose up inside you like a quiet and persistent plea. And I heard them. I heard them in the pauses between your thoughts. I heard them in the sighs you released without fully knowing why. I heard them in the longing that followed you through ordinary days. You have wondered whether anyone truly knows you, whether anyone sees beyond what you show, whether anyone understands the depth of what you actually experience. Hear me now. I know you completely. I know your fears and your hopes. I know your questions and the places where your faith has surprised even you. I know what fills you with genuine life and what drains you. There is nothing hidden from me, and nothing about you causes me to turn away. The nights of overthinking did not weaken you. They revealed how deeply you long for meaning. The silent tears did not diminish you. They showed your capacity to feel honestly. The loneliness did not define you. It pointed you toward a connection that only I can fully provide. You are not broken because you have felt these things. You are human, and you are loved. Every unspoken cry has reached me. Not one was swallowed by the noise of the world around you. Not one fell short because the words were not arranged correctly. If this moment were deferred any further, the weariness you have been managing would deepen further. Fear that goes unaddressed long enough becomes discouragement. Waiting without any reassurance that you are still seen becomes a particular kind of heaviness that is hard to lift. Tonight is different because heaven has marked it. There are seasons when continued patience produces something good in you. And there are moments when patience without any direction begins to take something from you rather than add to it. You have reached the boundary between those two. Continuing in silence would not refine you any further right now. It would only deplete you. So, I am speaking, not to rush you toward anything, but to reach you before unnecessary weariness settles in any deeper. Stay with me now. Let what is being spoken here find its way into the deeper places in you. You are not alone in any of this. And this is only the beginning of what I have for you.